Hey everybody, so I'm back after a break of about 2 weeks. I was actually extensively traveling, so couldn't make any video for you. I'm sorry for that. So today I'm back and I will continue the topic of driver's license. And today I will talk about how to prepare for theoretical as well as practical exam for your driving license. But before that, I would like to really thank you guys, whoever liked my video and subscribed to my channel. Actually, I would like to thank the guy from Bangladesh. He actually wrote me a list of about 15 different topics in which he is interested, and surely I will be making videos on most of or all of those topics. And you guys can also talk to me, write me in the comments or a private message, and uh, you can tell me what topic is interesting for you. So back to theoretical exam. In order to prepare a theoretical exam, you have several options. You can buy a book, for example, and read about the theory, the rules and stuff like that, but I will not suggest that. This is a pretty laborious job and it costs you about 30 to 40 euros. What you can also do is buy a software. What is this software? This is actually mainly a login password. You log on to a website, you get an account there. This you can get from your driving school. It also costs somewhere 25 to 40 euros. And yeah, what is in this software is normally you can practice actually exam questions. There is a library of about 1,000 questions which is actually updated every year or maybe twice a year, and you can practice these questions. You can read if you have answered wrong, you can read the reasons and so on, and this is actually pretty good. So you should definitely look for such a software. For most of these, or I should say all of these software, you have to buy a login information from your driving school. But what you can also do is you can go to your app store if you are using an Android phone, or if you are using iPhone or Windows phone. There are a lot of apps available. Most of them are in German, but there are few which are also available in English and they are free. So look for those apps. I have put in some of them in the image that you can see now, and I will be looking around. If I found more, I will put them in the description of the video, but do look for them, and you can then prepare using those apps free of cost. But be aware, there is a little danger involved. Either you use the app or you use the software. Most probably, if you are watching this video, you will be doing it in English, and these softwares are actually translated again from German, and sometimes this English translation is really bad, really bad. So if you see a question and you don't understand it, and you choose some option and you are wrong and you are just lost, look into the German translation of the same question. Do switch. I always used to switch. So I always used to switch myself to German version. Then I take the sentence from there, try to understand it if I can. Otherwise, I used to put it in Google Translator or something like this to see what is the actual translation. So I have noticed that these softwares or apps which are available in English, their translation is pretty bad. So be careful, because in the theory exam you have 30 questions and you can maximum answer 2 or 3 wrong. When you will practice, you will know what I mean by 2 or 3 wrong. Some questions have more marks than the other, so if you do 2 questions which are of 5 points, then you already lost 10 points, and this is the maximum that uh, you can do wrong. If you have more than 10 points wrong, you fail the test. Okay, and then some driving school, actually all of them, also take some money in order to register you through for the theory exam to the TOEFL, and this costs about this range is from 40 to 80 euros. So this really depends on the driving school, but it's in this range. On the day of theoretical exam, you have to take your photo ID, so any identity, most probably your passport, in which there is your photo, and to show that you are the person who has registered for the test. And you pay about 25 to 28 euros for this exam. And additionally, what is now also a rule, that you have to first appear in a so-called fake test at your driving school, which is actually exactly the same as the test that you will be appearing in TÜV, and then your driving school has to give you a certificate or put this information digitally in the system of TÜV that you have cleared this fake test at their place, and now you are ready to give the real test at TÜV. So you might be needed to show a kind of small certificate or writing that you have given and cleared such a test at your driving school already. One more thing, this theoretical exam is actually available in many different languages, so you can take actually this exam in many different languages, and for that I have to read you the languages which are available. So English, French, Greek, Italian, Croatian, Polish, Portuguese, Romanian, Russian, Spanish, Turkish. So there are about 11 languages. So if you are native of one of these languages, then probably you are lucky and you can take exam in your own language. But again, remember, all these tests are translated from German to this particular language in which you are giving the exam. So it might be that the translation is not so good, so you really have to work on it and be careful with it. Okay, after the test, take your time. There is actually no time limit, so there are 30 questions and you can answer them even for 1 hour. You can take as long as 1 hour on it. But if you have practiced good, probably you will not need. Normally in 20 minutes you are done with these 30 questions. These are multiple choice questions, and you actually have to choose all the options which are right. It's not like this, there is only one right option. There can be also 2 or 3 or all of them. So you have to be really careful and do practice a lot. So in my particular case, I actually kind of memorized all these multiple choice questions, and then I kind of knew the answers already, and these questions are quite repetitive. So practice, and there will come a time when you will actually know all the answers. Okay, and after the test you get a kind of a sheet on which your note is written. Note is not important, what grade you get, it's not important. You just actually need to clear the exam, and TÜV actually digitally sends the information to your driving school also. But this sheet that they gave you, you can also show this to your driving school that you have passed the test. And then you are ready to give your practical exam. But before that, you have to prepare for your practical exam. And lastly, if this video is helpful, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget,
we all are foreigners on this earth.
Bye bye.